Psalm 121 includes one of my favorite descriptions of God. We'll get to it in 1 second. You got to hold on. See, because the psalmist starts with a question he can't wait to answer. He says, I lift my eyes up to the hills. From where will my help come from? And as soon as he asks the question, he can't wait to answer it. He says in verse 2, my help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. David can't wait to tell all who are here that the one who helps him and the one who offers to help all those who love him is the same God who created heaven and earth, the maker of all that is. Now, David goes on to talk about how that God shows up in his life and helps him. It says this in verses 3 and 4. He says, he will not let your foot be moved. He who keeps you will not slumber. He who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. See, in that day, one of the notions about other gods that others served was that they were sometimes hard to get in touch with. They would often not be paying attention or fall asleep. There's actually accounts in the Bible where that's the way some of the prophets would actually taunt those who worshiped other gods. They'd say, where actually is your God? Is he busy? Is he indisposed at the moment? And David is saying, our God's so different. He's attentive and ready to be present and help. Well, he goes on to say this in verses 5 and 6. The Lord is your keeper. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun shall not strike you by day, nor the moon by night. Now, this is one of my favorite descriptions of God. Let me tell you why. First, it says that God is your shade. It says that he will protect you from the harsh, beating, unrelenting sun that would have been on the front of everybody's mind in the culture in which this was written, the ancient Near East. They would have known what it would have been like to be beaten down on by the sun. And it says that God's your shade will protect you there. But it also says it will protect you for the moon. See, in that mindset, the moon was often associated with illness. To be moon-struck was to be afflicted. And so David is saying, whether in the day or in the night, God will be your shade and your protector. But it also says that he'll do that at your right hand. Now for this, I need two props. I've made myself a makeshift shield and a sword. See, in that time, battle was often done like this, holding a shield in your left, largely protecting the left-hand side of your body from attackers who would be often holding swords in their right hand and coming in and hitting you on that side. So you would be protecting largely your left side. Often that would leave your right side more vulnerable. What the psalmist is saying is that God offers to protect you on your right side, where you are most vulnerable and weak. Far from being embarrassed or ashamed of our weaknesses, God offers to be there near our places of weakness and vulnerability to protect us where we need it most. This is the God that David couldn't wait to tell people about. And he goes on to make an important point as we end in verses 7 and 8. It says, the Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time on and forevermore. See, David is saying that God who offers to be your protector in day and night at your most vulnerable and weak is the same one who will protect you not just now but forever. See, I appreciate the realness of this psalm. See, I don't have to work that hard to think of many who have suffered greatly in this life and have suffered great loss. But God always takes the long view. He offers to be your help and your protection from now and forevermore. So when things seem like they didn't work out how you wanted, and when they just don't work out how you wanted, my encouragement to you is to take seriously the long view of God, that this is not all there is, and that God is the author and protector of people now and forevermore. So God offers to be your help and your protection at your most vulnerable, not just in this life, but into eternity. Friends, I pray that you take God at his word and find encouragement in our great God today.